Oh yeah.
Well, welcome back, Cotter. Another day, another ride. We're out here in near Milford in Nova Scotia, Highway 14 out towards Truro, and we're on Hughley Road for the second annual bike run for the Kaylee May Memorial. Quite a turnout. November 29th, 2025. Lots of machines here. Impressive machines. So what I did the first of the video here is I just wanted everybody to get an idea of the amount of people we had here and the types of machines that show up at these rides. This is my first group ride, and I really enjoyed it, and I want to thank the organizers of the event for everything. Such a great event. Lots of giveaways, lots of sponsorships by local businesses, things like that. It was a really great time. I would recommend anybody that sees this ride coming up in the years to come, join in. It's a good time. A lot of good people, a lot of good terrain, technical riding, not so technical riding. There's a variety. There's something for everyone in this ride. But mostly I wanted everybody to see the bikes, the side-by-sides, all the machines. I never anticipated this many people, this size of a turnout, and I'm sure there's bigger turnouts than this at different rides and events throughout the year. And that's what I'm looking forward at joining into. Get out with people and socialize. Blow the stink off ya. Apologies, I have a cold, so some sniffling and stuff like that going on. If anybody is watching the video that is actually in the video that sees themselves or a machine, by all means comment, let me know which one you are. We'll get you tagged in there or whatever you want to do. Let your friends see if you don't get any footage of you on rides and stuff like that. Also, if anybody wants to get footage of rides or anything and they're looking at organizing a ride, reach out, and I'd be more than happy to join in and get some footage, and we'll get a video for you. Endless string of off-road vehicles. What a blast. Endless string of OHVs. I hope everybody's enjoying it. Sometimes I wonder what kind of content you guys want to see, and again, if there's anything specific, mention it down below. I'm more than happy to try to put on something for everyone. Sorry about the camera work. I wasn't set up to just sit here and record everybody coming out. I was just recording this with the camera that was attached to my helmet. This is something that I really like, and for future videos with group rides, I will be doing an inventory of all the people that are on the ride, so everybody can enjoy getting their little bit of screen time and stuff like that. These videos I make are more for everybody to watch, and just for me to get out and have a hobby to do stuff. I'd really like if people found enjoyment in seeing themselves in the videos or something like that. To grow the Nova Scotia ATV community. That would be the main goal, I would guess. And mental health. There's a guy there with a nice helmet. I like that. Can't imagine doing this ride inside one of those with heat and windshield washer fluid and stuff like that. Oh. Equally as fun on a bike though. Different challenges. So we're gonna get out here behind this bike, and this little girl looked like she was having fun. We are out on the road on the way to the trails. Not much for the road riding, but I just wanted everybody to see the snow. I checked the weather probably a week before this event, and it's supposed to be +7. It looked like +7 to me. It was a little nippy right around 0. And in case you can't tell, there were light flurries in the air all day. But, yeah. Get up the road here and get to some trails so we can get some more mud and technical riding and stuff like that, which is what I find more fun than the wide open roads. It's nice that Nova Scotia has the roads to connect the trails and everything like that, but the riding on the roads isn't my thing. I understand the necessity of it, but I find the trails funner, this kind of stuff. The old brute force is holding its own. Had a little bit of a mishap there a couple weeks ago. Went down, I keep it in an underground parking, and I went down to do some work on it to get it ready to go on the Dalhousie ride for the fundraiser for the fire, and found that some kind individual wanted to take it for a ride without my knowledge, and they couldn't get it started, so they cut the ignition switch out of it and did some damage to a couple of the panels and everything. So that took me out of the West Dalhousie ride, and also kept me laid up for the last couple of weeks while I was in the shop, insurance people looking at it and stuff like that. It ended up being less than what my deductible is, so I just paid out of pocket and got the ignition switch fixed and the new panels put on and stuff like that. So a little bit of a setback, but we're back on the trails now and trying to figure out what we can do with the old brute force to improve the rides. And at the end of this video, you're going to see one thing that's going to be top on my priority list. Really nice through here though, with all the light dusting of snow on the scenery, and then there was adequate mud, so visually it was nice, and for the type of riding I like to do, it was really nice. All this mud is lovely. Mud Mayhem 2025 Mud Mayhem. Get your tickets now. Some of these people on their bikes, man, I know they're having such a blast. Mine's newer, I'm just learning it, and I'm learning what I can do to it to get it to be the bike that I want for the type of rides I want. And I'm seeing some of these bikes, the tires and stuff like that, it's just impressive. And I know they have a blast riding them. The mud, this is what we ride for. And the funny thing is this I didn't have to use four-wheel drive at all day. And again, that was partially by choice because I didn't put myself in predicaments where I would possibly need four-wheel drive. But I didn't encounter any necessary parts of the course that we rode that required me to get into four-wheel drive to get through them. But again, fun ride, lots of mud. You gotta like it. A month ago, everybody is concerned with the lack of water that we had fall all summer and how dry everything was, and bans on going into the woods and rides and things. And 1 month later, Nova Scotia weather, you gotta love it. She's a muddy mess. And we've only had probably a half a dozen days of rain, of any significant rain. Like on and off, all combined together, probably half a dozen days. But once again, you can see it's all the difference. More snow. Sloshing through a winter wonderland, partially. Hats off to the ATV Association or associations that maintain these trails in these areas. They were really, really well groomed. Bridges were all in good shape. Yeah, it was a good ride. It's really impressive how the Nova Scotia ATV community is all coming together to make the entire province accessible and usable for ATV riders. Economically, it's a great step for these smaller towns, or even local visitors to stop by and have a bite to eat or something as they're just doing a ride on ATVs. I like the rumble of this V-twin 750 engine. That's got a nice roar to it. I'm toying with the idea of getting a tuner because I want my fuel not to run as lean as it has been. I believe it's one of the contributing factors to the top issue that I'm having with the bike. So in doing a tuner, I have to get a muffler, and I don't know if I want to spend that much money. Contemplating an aftermarket radiator. If you can't tell, my main issue is going to be overheating again in this video at the very end. And it actually put a black cloud over an otherwise really great day, personally for me, just because the last 5 kilometers of the ride took me about 45 minutes. Stopping and letting the bike cool down, driving a little ways till the overheat warning came on again. Everybody's familiar with it if they watched my previous video. And this one I specifically stayed out of the deep mud and things like that. All I went through was what everybody else went through. Regular mud, dirty water, things like that. And I didn't see anybody else having overheating problems. Didn't hear of anybody else having overheating problems. So if there's any Kawasaki brute force owners, aficionados, riders watching this video or aware of this issue, if you have any suggestions or solutions, please, by all means, bring the community together and share with us. I'm open to suggestions. I'm willing to try things. It's just I don't know where to start. brand new bike. I'd like to think it's not a sensor or anything like that. But if need be, I'll take it into the dealership and have it all checked out. Enjoy the scenery. I'll shit up for a while. One thing I noticed watching this video back a couple times as I'm editing and things like that is the sky way off in the distance. You can see how gray it is, and you can tell that that's like light snow flurries in the air. It's not a very inviting sky. It's indicative of the current conditions. Chilly, cold, damp. That's what we gotta have for mud. I like mud. But yeah, if you look at the sky, I mean, you can just tell it was a chilly day. Right around 0. This here, if I'm not mistaken, is on our way to Kennetcook. We went to Kennetcook to the fire hall, and they gave away, I can't even begin to guess the amount of cash prizes and donations, gift cards, things like that. And then at the end of the ride, they gave away physical prize donations, Milwaukee chainsaw, things like that. The involvement in this ride was amazing, both by supporters, participants, everything. It was a well put together and well done ride. I applaud everybody involved with it. Again, being my first ride, I had a lot of fun. I enjoyed myself and met some great people. stopped and had a little bite to eat and socializing and everything, and we're back at it again. A geo tracker sitting there. It cracks me up. We'll just flip through and get another angle of that little segment that we just watched. Still amazed at the amount of machines. I guess I'll get used to it as I go on more of these group rides and everything, but wow. Tried to put sections in here too so you can see like the string of vehicles in front and behind. It's just endless as far as you can see. Now here's a situation. Listen to this guy as we go by him. Yeah, if you didn't make that out, he said you can't get through. His side-by-side's too wide. And again, we'll flip back and see this from another angle, and as we go by here, right on the left-hand side, you'll see two side-by-sides. The bigger of the two is the one that couldn't get across. So it'll be coming up here in a second. Yeah, right there, that one there, the bigger one, couldn't get across the bridge, unfortunately, too wide. So I'm not sure exactly how he managed. He might have had to go back around another way, or obviously had to find an alternate route, but best of luck to him. More splashing in the mud. As kids, our parents used to slap us up back the head for doing this. And as adults, we pay megabucks to be able to do it. As you can see ahead, there's bikes and side-by-sides. See, I went through my fair share of water holes like that. That's not right muddy. That shouldn't have clogged up my radiator or anything. That's why I overheated. Yeah, lots of bikes as far as you can see behind as well. Again, another angle of what we just saw. back, anticipating the draw. They were drawing for more prizes and things, and everything was great all day, right up until this point here. And bammo, there you go. So I spent the last 5 kilometers and, like I said, 45 minutes driving a little bit and stopping for 10-15 minutes each time to cool down. And I ended up being one of the last ones back. As you see, I was not that far behind with all the people passing me. But such is life when you have a 2025 Kawasaki Brute Force 750 that doesn't like to get dirty. So I'm assuming that's what the issue is. Again, I would appreciate any comments, any suggestions from any brute force experienced people or any ATV people that can help me solve this overheating issue without a rad relocate, please. I'm really not wanting to do a rad relocate if I can avoid it, but if I have to, it's my last option, then I'll do it. But other than that, don't take my experience. It was a great day, and everybody should join in. Thanks for watching.